Yo, what is up, YouTube? We are here yet again with another video about this amazing patch, this balance adjustments announcement, this time with an entire spreadsheet of these changes. And these are all skills that made a change from the first anniversary patch in the JP version. And what we have here is the entire list of changes in a nicely put together spreadsheet, gonna be listed in the description below. The source is over here. This is like all the changes back in 2022 for the first anniversary changes. This is crazy because, again, just to reiterate how crazy it is this is happening now, and we are just entering the half anniversary patch with Unity Cup scenario. These changes should be put during the make a new track, the scenario that's to follow, but we're getting it now. Let's go ahead and go through every single change. Here we go. First up is King Halo. We have a couple of event changes over here. That's fine, nothing crazy. We also got a new event, King Smile. Win G1 races in all distances categories and 1 win in the Yasuda Kinen. Plus 10 all stats, plus 20 skill points in the late December. Cool. And then we get the unique skill change. Instead of having to be 5th place or worse, now it's 4th place and worse. A lot better, more usable because over here the order rate also changed from in the top 5 to now within the top 6. So basically 4th, 5th, or 6th can activate Call Me King, Prideful King, which is basically a greatly speed boost, if I'm not mistaken, on the last 200 meters for King Halo. So this is a pretty cool boost to King Halo. She still has a problem of needing to not be tempted, right? Temptation count needs to be 0. So she's still gonna very much want to have a concentration skill so that at the very least she's not on a late start. But still, a buff is a buff, and a greatly speed boost is pretty cool too. Gap Closer, Blinding Flash, added acceleration by 5 centimeters per second squared. Unyielding Spirit, the duration has changed. All these changes, by the way, these skills appear on a bunch of Umas. So let's take a look. Blinding Flash, that is going to, again, have acceleration. Added acceleration, Gap Closer, and Binding. Oh, okay. It's 5 centimeters per second squared on Gap Closer, and Blinding Flash gets 10, which is interesting. Unyielding Spirit, so that's a velocity and acceleration skill toward the back late race. It's a lot better than not having acceleration. Then you have Unyielding Spirit, I believe, which is a lesser version of Big Sisterly. And it's going to go from 1.8 seconds to 2.4. That sounds really good. Big Sisterly is already a pretty good skill for mild distance tracks, and it getting buffed is even better. Unyielding Spirit, that is. Not a bad buff. Not a bad set of buffs for King Halo. Nice Nature. It's going to get some buff to Homestretch Haste, which is okay. Homestretch Haste, the problem with Homestretch Haste is that it happens kind of randomly. It could happen at the very end of the last spurt, which doesn't really do anything, right? But in the cases where it does proc early, you know, it could even get you further ahead. Not further ahead, but fight for that speed boost. Pretty cool. 2 events. I decided to do my best. These are secret events, I'd imagine, right? Race bonus applies. Win Kyoto Shimbun High, Naruro Kinen, and Kokura Kinen. Plus 25 speed, plus 25 stamina. Homestretch Haste hint plus 2. Wow. How about some dried squid? Can happen up to 5 times. Gain depends which time. Probably what time on the calendar. Okay. Interesting. All right. Machikane Fukukitaro added acceleration to her unique skill. So she's going to get a 10 centimeters per second squared acceleration boost on her unique. It's still a pretty tough skill because she needs to be blocked, like actually just blocked. But hey, more stats. Kyoto Shimbun High, Kobe Shimbun High, secret event gets 25 speed, 25 power, and Slick Surge. Wow, Slick Surge. That's pretty nice. I mean, that's just a late surger acceleration skill. Pretty nice. 2 hints for it as well. Nothing crazy over here for the random. Haru Urara gets a random event, not confirmed here. But now we have 1.5 mil for slope, uphill, to now slope random. I am not aware. That doesn't sound like an improvement. I am not gonna lie. But let's read the condition just to be sure. 1.5 mil. It's an uphill speed boost. Upslope random. Pick a random point on any uphill. On any uphill, maybe it's kind of similar to Professor Curvature. The changes regarding it in that it can activate on any uphill, as opposed to here it's like the first uphill you see. It could possibly roll big on relevant tracks, which is interesting. But Iron Will is not anything crazy. No, it's upslope. It's upslope. This slope equals 1 means uphill. Yeah. It used to always proc on the very first slope. Yeah. Now it could proc on any of the slopes randomly. I think though, usually like with this random condition, that also means it could kind of miss as well. But nothing too crazy so far. Nothing too exciting. King Halo so far seems to have gotten like a really nice buff. 10 all stats and 20 skill points. It's really cool, right? As well as all these changes. But let's move on. Sakura, nothing crazy for the events. Huge lead. 5 lengths ahead. Now it's 3 lengths ahead. Let's take a look at that. Is that like a condition? From 5 lengths ahead now to 3 lengths ahead. So it's a buff to its usability, and it's just a speed boost. Countermeasure, mid-leg second half, which is slightly increased passing ability when positioned toward the front mid-race, which is acceleration skill. Not too happy about. I mean, it's mid-leg second half. I guess that has a better chance of working better, right? Because if you're mid-leg second half, you might be approaching the late race, and so might be okay. It might be okay. It is a sprint excel, but it overall seems like a minor buff. Very minor. We got winning ticket. Nothing. Ooh, late surger straightaways and corners. The road to sweets. Wow. Surger straightaways and corners hint on a choice. It's a random event, I'd imagine, but that's still a really good event. That's insane. You get straightaways and corners 2 hints. I mean, obviously it's not here. Huh. Okay, well, it's still a random event, I'd imagine. Maybe I'm wrong. Today, a temporary truce, unclear. Conditions unclear, likely related to races. Results of triple crown races or races versus other B&W members. You get branch 1, 10 speed, 10 power, 15 skill points, outer swell. Outer swell is an okay late surger skill, I believe. Is it a late surger skill? I forget outer swell. Late surger. Velocity boot. It's rising dragon. Okay, not bad. Now we have steadfast, added acceleration. Fighter, duration increase. Late surger corners now triggers on a random corner. And position pilfer. Late surgers seem like they got some pretty good buffs. Duration increase is amazing. Position pilfer duration increase is great. I mean, everyone get the corner buff. And steadfast. What is steadfast? Medium distance track. Velocity skill. If you're being overtaken on the final straight. Oh wait, no. On the final corner. Sorry. On the final corner, if you're being overtaken, then just get a speed boost. It's okay. But it gives you some acceleration. So maybe for a mile track, it could give you some bigger boosts. Interesting that it gives you acceleration now. Here's Agnes Tachyon. And Agnes Tachyon, we've definitely thought has some pretty good buffs. So let's take a look. She's going to get 3 new events. And looks like it's pretty cool. They're probably very random. This is yellow, so let me just double check. New branches. Okay. So it's different results of existing events. I'm not too familiar with them. Not gonna lie. Rumored microbes. Speed 25, -1 mood. Or speed 25, -15 energy. And so there could be a high roll for these events that typically tank your mood or tank your energy, and instead just give you mood, which is nice, more consistent. So added some high rolls to events that typically hurt you at the cost of or well, with the benefit of giving you stats. Current triple crown Umamusume of Utsutsu. Condition activate, achieve triple crown. +3 to all stats and tactical torque. Slightly increased acceleration when positioned toward the back mid-race. I don't really like it too much. I don't think tactical torque is that great. And the +3 stats is not really worth it. Moving on. Introduction to physiology. This is her unique. It's gonna get a target speed increase. That is amazing. That is amazing. So her unique will give 25 centimeter. This is 15 centimeter, which is huge. This is like, what is 25 out of 35? 71% of a typical speed boost in today's world, which is pretty good when it's paired with the heal. So that's great. Medium corners, corner adept, very good. She already has those, and now they can activate on any corner, so you can possibly get like a late race velocity boost, or like a velocity boost into late race. The speed carryover is what I mean. Nobody cares about tactical torque. Measure Orion. Muscles can do anything. Additional stamina and practice perfect. This is the same thing as a added outcome. New win. Achieve triple crown. 15. All stats. Slick surge hint 2. Nice. I think Machikane Fukukitaru and King Halo and now Measure Orion, out of all the 1-star Umas, got some pretty sick events because these are controllable. You can aim for these races and you get some significant buffs for it. I mean, acceleration, 2 hints for it is really nice. 20 skill points with 10 all stats, 50 stats total. This is a lot of stats. 15 all and Slick Surge. This is probably the best. Yeah, it is the best new event. It is a triple crown. Measure Orion is pretty difficult in that she has a pretty tough rival with Measure McQueen. But I think with Unity Cup, it'll be a lot easier to beat her. So I think this is just a really nice buff for Measure Orion. Up tempo, killer tunes from 1 second to 2.5 seconds. Really nice. Measure Orion is really doing well. I would say out of all these 1-stars, the biggest losers in terms of like not really changing much include Haru Urara, Sakura Bakshino, and a little bit of nice nature. Like 50 stats, I guess. What's 15 times 5? That's like 75. 75 stats is crazy. I think Measure Orion got a pretty sick deal. But Agnes Tachyon seems like she had the most with the unique skill. King Halo is not too bad though. This makes me very optimistic to try and build King Halo for sure. All right, 2 stars. Moving on. Super Creek. Under the weather condition change from 5% global training fail rate to 2. Very nice. And it can now be cured with practice perfect. That's really good. Super Creek is a pain to train. She is a pain to train. Not like a crazy pain, but still, like, under the weather sucks. And it could kill your runs. Now it can be controlled. And the failure rate's not even that bad. So that helps a lot. Sweet Nighttime Temptation. This is the fatty event. Give it to someone as an additional... I'm pretty sure this is a fatty event. +2 mood, +20 power, +20 skill points. Hydrate hint +1. Even more control over her events. Fatty event's pretty nice. Yeah, this is the fatty event. So top option gives you +30 energies and possibility of slow metabolism. If you need mood, boom. There you go. 20 skill points, 20. This is like pretty good. It's not like something you'll always take because I think most times people will just want the energy boost. But this is a pretty good choice. That's great. That's a very nice mood heal. Secret event, 10 power, 10 guts, prepare to pass hint. Prepare to pass is like a medium, pretty expensive velocity skill, if I'm not mistaken. Pace Chaser, okay. Pace Chaser, velocity skill, very expensive for its duration. Not the biggest fan of it, but the duration increased from 1.2. Okay, this is still global. Okay, so 1.2, it's almost like 1 to 2 seconds. It's a pretty good buff. It's a 50% buff to its duration. And so you also have her unique skill where she actually gets more heal. So she gets to be more unique as a character in that her heal is super buffed. Pretty cool. Not like crazy though to have like a bigger heal, but not bad. I think her biggest win is definitely Under the Weather. This is her scripted bad event, by the way. Her scripted bad condition that you always get, now being controllable, now being nerfed. Really nice. And Sweet Nighttime Temptation is pretty good. Having this as an option is very, very good. Here you go, Mayano Top Gun. Get me in the mood, +2 mood, +5 stats, +1 mood, +3 stats, -1 mood, +10 wit. Not very good there, but hey, you can heal mood now. And Mayano Top Gun's pretty tough to do too. Why is she tough is because she's pretty ambitious with her race courses. She is a long distance runner, so stamina is like kind of needed. Now, Unity Cup might be easier to do because it's just easier to get stats. Pretty nice that you can have a mood heal. I'll show you the results of my training. Condition G1 with every strategy. And so now she has her secret event. Winning G1 with every strategy is easy. Easy, easy, easy. And then during the late December senior year, so very end of the career, you get +5 stats, +30 skill points. Final push, head-to-head, slick surge, and straightaway spurt hints. Well, we know slick surge is pretty nice. Straightaway spurt, amazing on certain tracks. You know that. Final push and head-to-head. Silent increased ability to keep the lead on the final corner. Oh, that could be very good on certain tracks. And then head-to-head. This is the Pace Chaser skill. It says leader. But Pace Chaser is another acceleration. So they're all acceleration. Phase first half random. Okay, late race. Random point during the first half of the final leg. Wow. Mayano Top Gun is basically getting like a guarantee access to an acceleration hint. That's really good. First place kiss. Her unique. It's turning from activating only on final corners to final corner and beyond, so includes the final straight. That's a lot better. That's just improving the usability of it. You can take advantage of the speed boost or the excel depending on when it activates, meaning that no matter when it activates, it's probably going to be very nice. Moving forward, Leader's Pride. Before change when you're overtaken, now it's when you're overtaken or if you're being blocked. That sounds really good. Leader's Pride. When you're overtaken or if you're being blocked on the sides. One side. Velocity boost. You have to be a front runner. It has to be during the mid race. Sounds pretty good, honestly. And then you say over here, people say her unique gets harder to trigger due to the spreading on the last corner now. Do you think so? Did she get that new secret event on her bride form? I think so. Nimble Navigator is gonna be amazing, but everyone kind of has access to Nimble Navigator, or rather no stopping me, because of the Unity Cup event. That said, it is on her kit. She gets more hints towards it, more discounts, and it's gonna be an insane skill. Instead of having to be blocked totally, someone needs to be in front of her. Someone just needs to be in front of her vaguely, like brush against her in the front, which is a lot better than having to be blocked. It's insanely usable. Straightaway adept from 1 second to 3 seconds. That is because that's a beeline burst, I believe, right? Straightaway adept is beeline burst. Yeah. That is an insane. That's really, really good. Beeline burst was a trash skill. Straightaway adept included. Now it's way up to par, right? It's pretty expensive still, 170, but I think it's pretty good now with 3 seconds. Is that how it works? Like if you have potential access and get 1 hint, it's still the same as if you don't have access and get 1 hint? That's a good question, actually. I thought it would give 1 hint. Maybe not. Free hint from Kita-san? Yes. Straightaway adept is really good. Or rather, Kita-san Black is even better, because she can give you this hint. Moving on. Can someone actually confirm that? Like, if you have the potential, that means you have 0 hints. That means hints still, like, will give you it. Because hints let you learn the skill, as well give you hint. And potential should just give you no hints. So I don't think it actually discounts it more. I mean, everyone has access to no stopping me pretty much. But still, not too bad. Moving forward. Air Groove. Air Groove. After the Shuka Show, Rain. All stats was +3 to +5. Interesting. She gets like a little bit of buff for her events. Empress's Pride. You need to be in 3rd or later positions, which is better than 4th and later. Up tempo from 1 second to 2.4. Up tempo is a medium skill. Velocity. That definitely makes it way more usable. Yeah, from just nice velocity boosts. And then you have home stretch haste. Not bad. Empress's Pride or Blazing Pride is if you're not in the front during the final corner and you're passing someone, your speed will increase. Yeah, so you could get one more position. So she could play her Pace Chaser better. With Air Groove, it was almost for sure like late Surger is like where she kind of really wants to be, just to have her ult be a little more usable. But now with this change, Pace Chaser is a lot more viable, which is good because if I'm not mistaken, she has Pace Chaser skills. I guess she only has Dazzling Disorientation, which isn't that crazy. She can be played as both, honestly. But still, if she's you know, winning, if she's proccing a lot of mid-range skills as a late Surger or a Pace Chaser, you know, she'll be able to use her ult more. All right, move on. El Condor Pasa. You got the secret event, Secret of the Mile. Win these 3 races, get 20 wit, 20 speed, 20 skill points. Game Tour says 30 for all. Looks like we'll get 20. Not bad. That's really nice. More skill points to skill points. Lucha Libre Spirit can succeed or fail. White Conditions hint. Sure. Stamina Spare. Opening leg. From opening leg to opening leg second half. So Common Collected or Stamina Spare is a lot better now. Being on the second half just means like guarantees almost that you're going to have some energy to recover. Instead of like being able to misfire. Right? Straightaway Adept is sick, as always. Up tempo, very nice. Oh yeah, move on. You have Grass Wonder. In Search of Refreshment. So -1 mood can now be -10 energy instead. I don't know what In Search of Refreshment is. I don't think it's a fatty event. She gets another choice, I guess. Yeah, new branches. And then Triple Crown. 15 speed, 15 power, 15 wit, and up tempo. This is okay. I don't know, up tempo is up tempo like insane. It's 160. That's pretty good for the cost. Killer Tunes is a lot better. Focus Mine, more usability. Now you could be 4 and later instead of 5 and later. Competitive Spirit, 5 or more to 40%, including self. 40% of Umas, I guess. 40%. So I guess 4 for CM, right? It's scripted. This is a secret event. It's a conditioned event. Home stretch haste, position pilfer. She gets 1.5 mil and up tempo. So overall, Grass Wonder seems like a way more solid, really good pick. Really good Uma. She was already good, and now she's like pretty. Well, she was okay. Now she's pretty good, I would say. Moving forward, you have Daiwa Scarlet, #1 in cool. You win. I don't think you have to win all of these, do you? You have to win all of these? Maybe. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. Plus 15 all stats. Wow. Plus 50 skill points. Unyielding Spirit. That's big sisterly. And head-to-head. Head-to-head is a Pace Chaser acceleration skill. Wow. Really cool. And what's really nice about this event is that it pairs with her unique skill improvement. From order equals 1, I think you could be first or second this time. I don't know why it says order equals 2. I'm pretty sure it's first or second. Let's double check. Yeah, Pace Chaser Daiwa is actually real. It's not order 1 into 2. It's order 1 or order 2. So you could be first or second and activate her Victoria Proplancha, her Speed Excel, which is so much better than having to be in first. Way legitimizes her being a Pace Chaser. And now on top of all that, she's going to get head to head, which is first half of the late race, give an acceleration boost. That is insane. That is a huge boost. you can control for this event. Unity Cup hopefully makes it a little easier to meet the stat checks. That's insane already. With her unique and this controllable event, that's really, really, really good. Daiwa Scarlet just got a huge buff, I think. Then you got this event, which is okay, whatever. Killer Tunes got buffed. She has Killer Tunes. Prepared to Pass, Unyielding Spirit. I think Daiwa Scarlet might have the biggest set of buffs. I don't know, man. This is really nice. Super Creek is really good. Maya no Top Gun is really good. Now, Grasswinder, I would say, got kind of like a mid-ish buff, but Daiwa Scarlet and those two, huge boost. Moving forward, you got Vodka, and this is gonna be coolest and number 1. So she's gonna get her own super huge, hard to do event, and she's gonna get 25 speed, 25 power, 20 skill points, and Slick Surge, and all that there is. What is that? All that there is? If you're in a good position on the final straight during the final leg, your speed will slightly increase. Okay. Yeah, 2nd through 5th. Last straight. On medium distance tracks, you get a speed boost. Not bad. Not bad at all. Slick Surge is like the biggest sort of, you know, winner here, right? But still, doesn't hurt. Addition to her ult, that's true. Yeah, it could work with her ult. Ultimate 2 choice. Sure, whatever. Whatever on this one too. Yasuda Kinen. Oh, so this one, you're getting some boost to her, like, I guess, career race, right? Which is good. Nice. Yeah, this one would be kind of hard. She does have to win the Japanese Derby, but if she, I mean, if Unity Cup makes it easier to meet the stat checks, these are really good. This is really good. It's cool that they both get like a good amount of stats. Seems like Daiwa is the clear winner in terms of stats and skill points, but they both get like their position acceleration skill, which is really cool. Oh yeah. What else do we got? Straightaway Excel. It's whatever. It's a pretty nice duration boost, but it's hard, I guess, when straightaway spurt. I guess for mile distance tracks, this is not bad. Shifting gears. Sure. Double duration. Nimble Navigator, which is no stopping me, right? Yeah. I mean, it's an amazing skill. Gold Ship. Umastan. Umastan, according to Charles, is going to be OP. This is going to be OP. Anyone that's not a frontrunner needs Umastan. So I guess start making your gold ship parents. I don't know. Start making your gold ship parents. After 5 seconds in the race, anyone can proc it. Speed boost. And you'll also put yourself in pace up mode. I think that's what he said. Or you'll avoid pace down mode. I think that's probably what it was, actually. You'll avoid pace down mode, allowing you to basically not have to like fall in line according to your position, but allow you that freedom to move ahead, gain position, while still utilizing your positional skills like Slick Surge and so on. He also just said gold ship drops in his tier list. Well, okay. Well, I don't know, but Umastan, it's gonna be nice. And also gold ship is a very high affinity parent. Well, gold ship is a very high affinity parent, so gonna be really strong, I think. I think gold ship is gonna be a very strong parent. You avoid pace down because you activate a skill, and Umastan does that reliably, was the idea as I understood it. Yes. The day after Voices Horse, whatever. Whatever. Okay. I would say the biggest winner is, out of the 2-star Umas, without a doubt, is Daiwa Scarlet. Daiwa Scarlet, insane usability, can now be a pace chaser or stay as a frontrunner. Gets acceleration, 2 hints of it. Very cool. It is hard probably to do this. We'll see how hard it is to do all of this. It is a lot of races, but I mean, she's definitely going to get a lot of more play with this ulti change. 100%. I think so. And what you have besides that, Mayano Top Gun has great skills as well. It's kind of like a funny, not a soft nerf, but like everyone has no stopping me, so it doesn't make her that special anymore. But still can get all acceleration skills, which is nice. Super Creek just got so much more usable with this stuff being changed. But overall, I think Daiwa, Vodka, Mayano, and Super Creek got some pretty sick buffs. All right, moving on. Rice Shower, a story of you that sprouted in your heart. Reward depends on number of wins on Kyoto races. Kyoto race course hint, +2. If you have 3 to 5 wins. 6 wins, you can get Kyoto race course and firm conditions hint +2. Wow. 2 controllable greens on Kyoto? Maybe a nice front runner? Maybe. 6 wins on Kyoto race course. We'll have to see how feasible that is. But Child of Yodo is right. Yes, sir. Is she a front runner? She could be a front runner. She could play as a front runner. She's primarily a pace chaser, but she can be built as a front runner. And I think pace chase is like groundwork anyway, right? I think so. Moving on. Make a Wish. Sure. You get Straight Descent and Highlander. These can occur on any uphills and downhills now, which is better because it used to be the first. And now there's a possibility of it activating at a critical key moment in the late race, which could be really cool. Let's take a look at Simbali Rudolph. Okay, whatever. Green events is number changes. So she's a little easier to raise now, which is cool. And now Corner Adept, which she has, Professor Curvature, is buffed and Patience the corners are buffed. Nothing really major for Simbali Rudolph, but to be fair, she's one of the Umas that have a greatly unique skill, greatly increased velocity. So maybe she didn't really need it. I think Rudolph was pretty decent as an Uma before. I think she'll continue to be pretty decent now. You have Mejuro McQueen, Allure of Racecourse Food, 50 energy. It goes to 50 energy now. The Allure of Racecourse Food was 30, now it's 50. So you get 20 more. That's nice. Could possibly get some wit as well. Again, Common Collected got buffed, so she's that much more usable on long distance tracks. Common Collected, I think, is a pace chaser. Yeah, pace chaser one. But Common Collected, nevertheless, is buffed. Medium distance tracks too. Keeping the Lead, that's way usable. Way more usable. From 3 to 1, that's way more usable. It's not that great, I would still say, but it's way more usable than what it was before. You had to have 3 lengths between you and whoever was trailing you. Now it's just 1. That is actually pretty decent. More front runner energy. Long corners too. Not bad. All right, moving on. We have Taiki Shuttle. And this is what, like, from my conversation with Charles at Victoria Frontier, has told me this is now the mile queen. Taiki Shuttle got insane buffs. Let's take a look. We got a secret event. Win these races, get 75 stats. Guts is buffed too. 50 skill points. All that there is, and head-to-head. Pace Chaser, Acceleration. And I forgot what all that there is, but good thing I have it over here. Yeah, that's pretty sick. This is really nice. And Taiki Shuttle's career, guys, Taiki Shuttle's career is really easy. It is really, really easy. So this is kind of insane. Shooting for Victory has some usability buffs. You just need to be... So the order rate's a little harder, but Shooting for Victory, final corner second half, is a lot better on mile distance tracks. On mile distance tracks, second half of the corner is a lot better. right, of the final corner. That means instead of happening here, it can happen here, and then boom. The position check is the same. I don't think it's the same. It is different, right? But this is a lot better for her. For her it is. And for pace chasers in general. The timing is a lot better. Straight away adept. Nice. Shifting gears. Duration increase doubled. Velocity boost when positioned toward the front mid race. Amazing. Wow. 160 as well. Very good. Mile Maven is insane now. Instead of having to be first, you could be within the top 5. It happens at the second half of the early race. It's a speed boost. It's a big 3-second speed boost. Early race, second half, top 5. The easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do, and you just get an insane speed boost. Anyone with Mile Maven is going to be insane. For mile distance tracks, obviously. Not a lot of people have it. But it is part of the Unity Cup scenario, it seems. It is part of the Unity Cup scenario. I think Taiki Shuttle is a scenario link Uma, and you can choose her to be your team name. And I think that does give you Mile Haven. It's pretty good. Prepare to pass, whatever. Taiki Shuttle, definitely very good. And yes, Summer Maru did get a little bit of a buff as well because of Mile Maven. And Shooting for Victory is a lot better. This is insane. The secret event is insane. Taiki Shuttle, big winner of this patch. Ogre Cap. Ogre Cap can get like full energy off her fatty event. Plus 20 power, plus 20 skill points, that's insane. Anytime you play Ogre Cap, you will be dumb. You should feel a little silly for not picking to overeat. Because this is insane. That is crazy. The rich get richer. Yeah, they do. Because Ogre Cap was a fantastic Uma before. She's still a fantastic Uma now. Now she has a secret event. Kikasho, Arima Kinen, Osaka High, Tenosho Spring. Pretty tough. There is a lot of stamina required for this. You don't really get that much out of it. But, you know, it is what it is. And Ogre Cap's career is pretty easy. So, Nimble Navigator, sure. Acceleration from mid-race to now in the second half of the race. Might not be this update. Interesting. Corner acceleration. Now triggers on a random corner instead of the first one. So I guess this is good. It's not good, but it has a chance to be good now. Marazensky. We get some more events. Sure. Shifting gears. Early lead. Oh, early lead is really good now, isn't it? Early lead is now groundwork. Yeah, early lead is now groundwork. It's actually easier to activate. It's less duration. Actually, let's be clear. It is less duration. It is half the duration, but it's still part of the equation. It's still very good. Early lead can proc groundwork because now you don't have to wait 5 seconds. So, yes, you should stack them. 100% you should stack them. Very, very good. Amazing. Amazing, some might say. Moving on. Teo. After the Kikasho Triple Crown Champion, plus 3 guts to plus 18. Head to head. Hint, plus 2. Nice. So we get some pace chaser acceleration. Seems like a lot of like Umas are getting better access to acceleration per their preferred strategy, which is nice. After the Emperor's Cup Spring, missing pieces removed due to a bug. Rewards move to Triple Crown event. Sure. I won't give it to you. Okay. And then we got Prudent Positioning with more lane movement speed. She's not a front runner. Doesn't really matter too much. She has a lot of lane movements. Teo, unfortunately, doesn't really get that much better. But yeah, the problem of pace chasers not having that much acceleration is now just untrue. Now they have heals and acceleration. Silent Suzuka. I don't think it says it here. which is crazy. Oh, wait, no, it does. 6 graded races win streak and win Akino Tenosho Autumn with the streak will give you +5 all stats and the runaway hint, great escape hint, onige hint. This is a strategy. It's a like super front runner strategy. Okay. And this is like the biggest wrench thrown in because it increases your stamina consumption by a lot. By a lot. Okay. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But just being able to have a super frontrunner over other frontrunner position is very exciting for Silent Suzuka players. For sure. Doesn't lane movement spills give extra speed boost now? It does, but lane movement apparently is not that great for anything that's not a frontrunner. Oh, wow. Oh, Rosy Outlook got buffed from having to be first to now top 3. Mihono Bourbon. Mihono Bourbon has a huge buff. Having that heal be top 3 is kind of insane. Clankers. Any clankers in the chat? View from the lead. This is like the biggest thing. Forget about Runaway. Forget about Great Escape. Silent Suzuka's new ult is actually kind of crazy because it is a mid-race skill now. A mid-race velocity boost. And with her runaway strat can be quite insane. It can be quite insane. She needs to be first in order to do it still, but now it's a mid-race velocity boost. Mid-race, technically, it is after the 50% mark of a race, which usually is in the mid-race. You still have to be 1 or more horse lengths ahead of the competition. Shouldn't be too hard with the runaway strat. This distance rate is insane. There used to be a final straight skill. Yes. It used to be final straight because final corner equals 1, corner equals 0 means final straight. Way more usable. Oh, on top of all this, she gets early lead. She gets focus. She gets final push can work on certain tracks. She gets rosy outlook, left-handed, conk, fast pace, unrestrained, which is okay. Again, it's similar to final push, but she gets early lead. It's not guaranteed actually, so never mind. Still, conk and left-handed is pretty nice, but Suzuka is like the one to watch out for. Like Maruzensky gets definitely some redemption as like a mild character. Before, she was just like great parent, mild character, whatever. Ogre Cap has a crazy fatty event. That's about it. It's a high roll. Taiki Shuttle is the mild queen, has ascended into being the mild queen. But I think Silent Suzuka is the biggest sort of like what would happen to the meta. What is changing, you know? All right, moving on. You have Silence. No, I'm sorry. Special week. My brain. Secret event. Satsuki, Kikasho, Japan Cup, Takarazuka Kinen, Arima Kinen. Pretty good. Doesn't seem too difficult. 30 speed, 30 power, sound to spare, and Slick Surge. Nice. This is really good because this is a secret event that's also going to be for Swimsuit Special Week, who definitely wants that Slick Surge. Swimsuit Special Week is a late surger, and she definitely wants that Slick Surge. Your 5-star Special Week is buffed. Special Week, Hidden Face, top success, top failure, middle. Seems like top, you always want top then. Oh yeah. Nice. Fatty event. Bottom? Oh wait, bottom is 100 energy? Wait, that's a fatty event. Oh my god. Bottom full recovery. I don't know how random this is, but this seems worth trying. Shooting Star. Now you could be first. Before, you had to be like second, third, and fourth. I'm pretty sure. Pace Chaser. Now you can be first and you get a speed boost and you get an acceleration boost. That's actually pretty huge. Shooting star. This is not for swimsuit special week. This is pretty good. Homestretch haste. Sure. Steadfast. Steadfast is a medium skill, right? I forget exactly. Oh, nice. Fight back when passed by another runner on the final corner. It's okay. It's all right. Corner depth is the lesser version of Professor Curvature. Stamina spare. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's the small version of Common Collected. Biggest thing definitely is that shooting star usability. Being able to do it from first place position is pretty good. And you get acceleration boost. This happens in the late race whenever you're overtaking. Oh yeah. No, this is really nice. Top 5, overtake, late race. Boom. Huge. Special week and Silent Suzuka and Taiki Shuttle are the biggest winners of the launch start dash 3 stars, I think. Personally. Huge winners. Taiki Shuttle's probably like way above, but still pretty good. Moving on, we got URA banner. 3 stars. Starting off with Team Aoharu, whose unique skill got a huge buff. Before, you had to have one guy in front, one guy behind, and blocked on the sides. Now, holy, that is insane. Wow. You need to be in top 4 on the final corner or beyond. And either someone needs to be behind you, really close, or in front of you, really close. And then, boom. Big speed. TM Opera's skill was so dog shit before. It was. Absolutely. Now, it is incredibly useful. It is incredibly useful. It is way more consistent. Killer Tunes has access to it. Nice buff. Speed Star. Not bad. Stamina to spare. Fine. Definitely a way more solid character. Very cool. Bourbon got Track Blazer. The order does not have to be first. You could be top 3. Early lead. Front runner corners. Amazing. And she has taken the lead. Mihono Bourbon, front runner, is like actually pretty good now. Is actually a strong contender. Yeah, no, this is really nice. Her unique skill still requires her to not be tempted, but this is so good. And then straightaway acceleration, sure. Biwa Haihire has a secret event, 20 energy and Hanshin racecourse. Sure. After final corner instead of just the final corner is her velocity boost. Final corner or beyond, not just after. It's final corner or beyond. Sorry. Stamina spare, Common Collected. Again, huge buff to that skill. And prepare to pass is fine. Not bad. Not crazy, but not bad. Anime McQueen. She has the fatty event similar to the regular McQueen. Legacy strong. Speed up. Change to continuous speed up. Extended effect duration. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. Overtake target time. During the final corner or beyond, if you're in the top 4 and someone's about to overtake you, your speed will increase. No longer do you need an HP check, I think. It got changed 2 more times. Probably still dog. Okay, never mind. You do. You do. I'm sorry. You do need one because it's right, like right here, right? Yeah, you do need a HP check, but it's still a lot better. Laura Shi, thank you for resubbing with your Prime. 2 months in a row. Thank you. Duration increased, which is already pretty good. Yeah, I don't know how this isn't like put in, but whatever. Stamina spare is fine. Common to crowd change from blocked all continue time 1 to is surrounded equals 1. What the? Unruffled. Checks if you're currently surrounded. You're being surrounded if there are other Umamusume that fulfill the following. 3 meters ahead of you, 3 meters behind you, less than 1.5 meters behind or ahead of you, less than 3 lanes difference between you. In simpler terms, this will usually mean that there's an Uma in front, behind, and next to you. It's technically possible for one girl to fulfill 2 of these conditions. So unruffled is a little buffed, a little easier to do, I guess. Beeline burst or early lead. Early lead is nice. And prudent positioning. Prudent positioning is not bad, especially if you pair it up with dodging danger. Front runner, anime McQueen. Early lead. Way more usable unique. Stamina to spare is fine. Definitely sounds like way more of a possibility than before. Anime Teo. Triple Crown. Same events. Now, target speed increases a greatly skill from 35 to 45 centimeters per second. The inherit is better. The conditions are still the same, but the conditions aren't too bad. Like, if you have some good front runners, she can, like, launch, as we've seen with my Leo Cup runs. So, this is actually really nice. Red tail buff. Stamina to spare. Prudent positioning. Prepare to pass. Corner acceleration. Whatever. But, unique skill. Nice boost. Karen-chan. Karen-chan now needs to be second or beyond, which is great. Pace chaser. Way more usable as a pace chaser. Meticulous measures. So again, for a unique skill, second or beyond, or second through fifth. Second, third, fourth, fifth in this part of the race. And you need to be overtaking someone. Nice speed and acceleration boost. Meticulous measures is a lane navigation skill. Duration increase. I don't think you get the excel yet. Prepare to pass is whatever. Intimidate, adored by all. Instead of being in the top 3, you could be within the top 5, which is way more usable. It is still in a sprint distance track, but that's still really nice. That's a dominator as a pace chaser for sprint distance tracks. That's really good. She's going to be pretty meta, I think, for sprint distance tracks. Is it a problem with Anime Tail to actually proc the unique, though? I don't really know. I don't really think so. I feel like I'm proccing it pretty well. Narita Taishin. Narita Taishin. Not bad. Change here. I know this. I get this event quite a bit. I'd probably still get the top option, which gives energy, but whatever. Continuing heat. So, conditions unclear, but you get some power. Whatever. Nemesis. Now you could be within top 4 instead of having... Or, I'm sorry. 4th and beyond instead of 5th and beyond. Pretty cool. And does not have to be on a straight. Yeah, final corner or beyond. Instead of just being... Oh, I'm sorry. This is on a corner. Right? This is on a corner. So now it could be final corner or beyond. It could be final corner or beyond. Which is great. Overtake target. 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. You get a speed boost. Pretty nice. Instead of having to be 5th, 6th, or 7th. Really good. That's really nice. Extended the last straight, yeah. And it's a velocity boost, which is good. Wow. Sparkly Stardom. As if Sparkly Stardom wasn't good enough. It got buffed. Universally, even from inherits, you can be top 2. Top 2 instead of having to be first. Fight. And take that lead. You can snatch that lead. Very, very cool. Smart Falcon. Actually getting buffed. Prudent positioning. And center stage. I think center stage is a dirt one. It is not. Wait, that's prudent positioning. Oh, it's just a gold of prudent positioning. Okay. It's okay. But doesn't she have something else? Well, if you could get dodging danger with her, with this gold skill, could be kind of sick. Top pick, trending in charts, duration increase. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. And leader's pride. Before it was if you're overtaken. Now it's if you're overtaken or you're blocked on the sides. Smart Falcon just got even smarter. Nadita Bryan gets beeline burst and home stretch haste buffs. Now her shadow break has some preconditions. If you are in the mid race and you're being blocked, you get an additional speed boost. So it turns from a regular unique skill boost, unique skill speed boost, into a bigger unique skill speed boost. 2nd through 7th position final corner and beyond, someone needs to be blocking you from the sides, and you need to be behind someone. If you're passing someone, is behind in. What is that, actually? If the girl behind you is closer to the inner fence than you. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you're passing someone from the outside. Right. If you're passing someone from the outside, from 2nd through 7th position in CM, very, very easy to do. If it's like 2 seconds, which probably is happening if you're overtaking someone from the outside, boom. Huge speed boost. Is there a way to tell when you get the bonus trigger? I don't know. Wedding Maya no Top Gun gets the secret event. Amazing secret event. Gets a mood heal, similar to the regular one. Very, very good. Shrewd Step, whatever. Corner Adept, great. Straightaway Adept, amazing. Straightaway Acceleration, whatever. She just gets a secret event is really the thing, which is great. This is easy to do. She was already pretty good. Now she's even better. Wedding Air Groove. Now, instead of happening in a random part in the mid race, it is now going to trigger as you enter the mid race, I believe, except I'm wrong. It is within the mid race. You have to have an overtake target, but it happens. The phase random would make it inconsistent to activate. Now it's fixed. Now it's within the mid race. If you have an overtake target and you're within 3rd, 4th, or 5th, it's Pace Chaser strat, you get a speed boost. Nice. She also has Unyielding Spirit, which becomes Big Sisterly, which gets a buff. Corners, haste, up tempo. I would say Air Groove was pretty mediocre before. I think she is quite fixed. She is quite fixed now. Seiyun Sky is going to have Keeping the Lead, which is way more usable. Highlander, nice on certain tracks. And Steadfast, which, again, is a medium distance track if you're being passes. Whatever. I don't think Seiyun Sky got much of anything, which is fine. She already has Rod. Dormlayer to the rescue, conflicting info. Don't know. Masterful Gambit or Sturm Drung. Added is Last Spurt. That's the Last Spurt mode. You don't have to be in the top 75 percentile. And now, phase random in the late race is now in the first half of the last spurt. You get a speed boost. Let's go, dude. It's like a better in body and mind. Oh my god. If you were in the second half of the pack in the final leg, that's the last spurt, your speed will increase. That is so much better. Double check. Last spurt. Oh my god. That is amazing. I'm going to get that skill. That's like a consistent in body and mind. Am I wrong? Yeah, if you were in the second half of the pack in the late race, then during the first half of the last spurt, your speed will increase. It's interesting. I don't know how often this is going to happen. If you're end closer, probably. And if it works, boom. I'll probably be trying it. The jury is still out, I think. Unyielding, which is Steadfast. When you're being passed, well, up, whatever. Corners got buffed. Home stretch haste. Not bad. I think Hishi Amazon got a little bit of a buff. All right. Secret of the Mile. Sure. Lucha Libre. Sure. Common in Crowd. Home stretch haste. 1.5. Unyielding Spirit. Sure. I don't think Fantasy Pasta got that much of a buff, but she was already pretty good as a late surger, I would say. Even as a parent. Fantasy Grass Wonder. Triple Crown. Up tempo. Speed, power, wit. We already know all this. Superior heal. Now is a bigger heal. Similar to Super Creek. Has competitive spirit. Has up tempo. It's like, whatever. She's not that crazy. Lights of Vaudeville. Change from one car in almost the same lane behind to 2 cars in the same lane behind. I don't know what he means by cars. But as we know from our conversation with Charles, the usability of Lights of Vaudeville is a lot better. A lot better. Within the last 300 meters, a greatly speed boost. You have to be in the late race or beyond. And within the top 4. Behind near lane time set 1, what that means is that someone needs to be behind you within 5 meters Before, it was 2.5 meters. Now, you could be 5... They could be 5 meters behind you. Way more usable, unique skill. Way better. Just big sisterly. Just changing gears. Mile corners, prepare to pass. It's gonna suck because, like, she's gonna compete against Taiki Shuttle, who has so much going for her. But shifting gears is good. Shifting gears is pretty good. She's definitely a contender. Watchful Eye gets a debuff now. Yes. Gold City. I like to make fun of Gold City a lot. You know I like to make fun of Gold City. Her unique skill does not give a velocity boost. Okay. It is still going to give acceleration. It's still going to give acceleration. It's still going to be in the second half. This is going to be fine on mile distance tracks, I believe, is what we were talking about. Wait. Oh, you need to have an overtake target. Okay. So, yeah. It could be fine on mile distance tracks. But the craziest thing about Gold City is the fact that she has Keen Eye. I don't think anyone else has Keen Eye. And this is a heal. And now it's a debuff. It also happens on the later half of the early race, which is great. That means guarantee almost that you have a good amount of a chunk of HP to heal. And you just need to be 5th and beyond in the second half of the pack, essentially. And it has to be in a mile. And if you're in a mile distance track, this is not a blue skill. This is a red skill. This is Dominator. Is it not Dominator? It's 5 centimeters per second off from being Dominator. And it's a heal. And it targets everyone ahead of you. And it's in the early race. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is a crazy, crazy skill now. Keen Eye is really nice. 80% of Dominator. On top of that, she has acceleration, which is whatever. I'm not too big on that, but Keen Eye is kind of crazy. Huge, huge difference maker. Summer Maru. Mile Maven. You already know how amazing that is. Big speed boost in the very early race. Second half of the opening or the early race. And you have to be top 5 instead of first position in case you missed it. Okay. The most broken mile skill. Huge lead is easier to do. And Speed Eater is better. Wow. Speed Eater have to be top 3 instead of being first. Instead of being first, you have to be top 3. Another huge mile character. Taiki Shuttle, Summer Maru, and Fuji Kiseki. Amazing mile runners. Mile specialists seem to be kind of crazy. Yeah, Keen Eye is practically a unique skill at this point. It belongs solely to Gold City, or if you use the Gold City SSR card, which is kind of crazy. All right, special week. Yeah, you get Slick Surge. Insane. Stamina Spare. Great. Position Pilfer. Buffed. Homestretch Haste. Buffed. Corner Adept. Buffed. Fighter. Buffed. The fact that you get 60 stats, speed, and power. The fact that you get more hints for Stamina Spare. You get Slick Surge. The fact that you have a full heal fatty event. Yeah, Summer Special Week. Stocks just went boom. Pretty nice. Pretty good, nice buffs. Her ult still only heal for now? Yes, it is. Wait, is it? I think so. I'm pretty sure. But it's a pretty good heal. It's very nice, consistent heal. Oh, I know. Wait, yes. Yes, it is. It is still just a heal. It is still just a heal. Yeah. Not too bad, though. I think the fact that she gets Slick Surge is pretty nice. Meisho Dodo. Meisho Dodo. Tactical Torque, up-tempo, medium corners, prepare to pass, speed star. Meisho Dodo and Asian Flash don't seem to have gotten much of anything. She still has a good unique. Asian Flash is probably still kind of bad, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Moving on. Full Armor, Machigana Fukukitaru. Full Armor Machigana Fukukitaru is going to get a secret event with Slick Surge. Boom. Nice. I don't really know how good she is as an Uma, but Slick Surge is cool. Hishi Bono Bono Akebono. Intimidate is now way more usable. From having to be top 3 to now just needing to be top 5. All enemy girls behind you. It's only for sprints, but Bono as well as Karen-chan seem to be pretty good for sprints because you get meticulous measures, you get intimidate, right? Not bad. Dichitan, core selection improves, but additional. I don't know what he means by that. But Dichitan should be pretty good because I don't think this is all what it is. She has Uma-san. She has Uma-san and late searcher straightaways. Umamania. She has a gold skill version of Uma-san, which is probably pretty nice. Medium straightaways and aim for the front row, which is dirt version of front row aim. Gold version of it. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't think you get acceleration, by the way. Mild corners, unyielding spirit, great. Home stretch haste. The fact that she has Umamania might be kind of crazy. Okay. We're not going to go through all of this because these are all new. We're not going to go through all this. Skills, Maverick. Maverick got buffed. Moderately increased performance and no other runners are using the same strategy. Can you do that with Runaway? Competitive Spirit got a little more usable. 4 including themselves. You can? That's kind of crazy. But how can you get Maverick? I don't know. Something to think about. Lay low, unruffled. Whatever. Keen Eye is going to be crazy. Track Blazers is nice. This is just an overview of the skills that we talked about, really. Anything crazy? Anything that we didn't cover? I'm trying to look. Pretty sure we covered all of them. Dodging danger is nice. And none of these are that crazy. Unique skills. We already went through these. All of them, literally. Bad conditions. Rest and recreation in summer removes bad conditions. On a turn Night Owl activates, there's a high chance Rest restores a lot of energy. Rest now has a chance to cure Night Owl and Skin Break. Etsuko now has a chance to train to cure Slacker, and certain events now have a chance of curing certain bad conditions. Well Rested can cure Skin Outbreak and Night Owl. Fan Letter can cure Slacker. Nice. Extra training, top option. Nice. Extra training now is not just like, oh, take 5 energy, get 5 stat. You can use it as an option to change or heal poor practice, slow metabolism, migraine, Night Owl. Great. Fan Festival can cure Slacker, slow metabolism, and Summer Rest and Recreation will cure anything. This is really good. Everyone wins. These are on November 11th. Yes. This is November 11th. Extra training, top option, now has like a really nice utility. Gone are the days of infirmary. Gone are the days of infirmary. Support cards. Oh god. Anything crazy. Any crazy card. Yano Mutaki, sure, gets subdued hesitant late surgers. Yukino Bijin gets 2 hints of no stopping me instead of 1, which is great. Even more of a whale card. I use this a little bit. The Satono Diamond doesn't seem to be that crazy. Oh, this is insane. This is the biggest change for support cards, I'm pretty sure. The fact that this power SSR Smart Falcon gives you guaranteed groundwork. You get it off the first chain top option. First chain top option, groundwork, 1 hint. That is amazing. When is that? November 11th. No more groundwork parents, or way easier to make groundwork parents. It is on a choice. You choose top option on the first chain. Chains are really easy to do. Looks like you get top pick as well, which is not bad for dirt. Updrafters, I think it's a pretty good mile skill. Pretty nice mile skill. Yeah. Late Searcher Savvy, whatever. Gold no longer RNG. Gold of Smart, not Smart Falcon, but what does she give? Furious Feet? Yo, Furious Feet is no longer RNG. The feet picks are guaranteed for Mile. Straight Descent on Guts special week. Interesting. This SSR Air Shakur gives straightaway spurt. And then you have the racing mechanics. You're going to have league competition, aka spot struggle. Oikabe, aka dueling. You get runaway or the great escape or onige. Stamina limit break. What's stamina limit break? I don't know if we have that. Recovering endurance late race. I don't think we're getting that. If your stamina recovers towards the end of the game, it will be adjusted so that you can give your best effort according to your stamina at that time. Charles said this doesn't matter. Adjusted the way slopes and courses are detected. Yep. And adjusted to make it easier for Umamusume to move sideways while driving around the final corner. That is it. That, chat, are all the changes happening on November 11th. Some of them we didn't get to cover, or some of them aren't on this spreadsheet. But like 99% of the changes we have just covered. I think we have a lot to look forward to. King Halo looks a lot more usable. Machigana Fukukitaru is kind of interesting, especially the full armor one. Agnes Tachyon, nice buff. Measure Orion, nice buff. Super Creek, way more usable. Mayano Top Gun, secret event, really cool. You have the Daiwa Scarlet, amazing pace changer, pace chaser, quality of life, usability, amazing. Vodka, really good. Umastan is buffed, right? 3-star launch. You have the Taiki Shuttle new Mile Queen. Marozensky's doing better. Ogre Cap, the rich get richer. Silent Suzuka, insane potential off Silent Suzuka. Special week, also really cool potential with the shooting star. You have the TM Opera O actually being a king. Really cool. Mihono Bourbon, insanely more usable. Measure McQueen, a lot more usable. Red Anime Teo, bigger Gamba, bigger speed, really cool. Kaden-chan seems good. Smart Falcon, smarter. Narita Taishin, like the list goes on and on, man. Fuchi Kiseki, Gold City, no longer Gold Shitty. Summer Maru, better. Summer Special Week, great. Guaranteed groundwork off SSR Power Falcon. And these mechanics being added. Just an insane day to be an Umamusume fan. Hopefully we get some more changes like this moving forward. Hopefully we get some quality of life. Hopefully we get some more borrows. We get some more. We're already getting more rewards. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. Hopefully your favorite characters got a little bit of a boost. Hopefully this gets you thinking about how you can make your favorite character, your Oshis, shine more in your upcoming CMs or wherever you want to race them. My name is Rednu. Use code MAMBO for 10% off your gamer subs. Like and sub. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.